Welcome to Panda Tales. These stories are designed to accompany the SKINDEEP series. They will be about specific moments of the SKINDEEP saga that can be enjoyed at your leisure for additional context. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Episode 2. The Dragon and the Dog. The year was 2002. I was just coming off of a recent divorce. It was a very civil separation, so I had no hard feelings. My internal struggles caused it all, but it was time to get serious. My feelings weren't going to stop me from having a normal life. If I didn't like the image in the mirror, I was going to change it. So I ended up becoming a gym rat, going 5 to 6 days a week. I followed a strict diet throughout the day at work. It was usually chicken and rice medley. Then after work, it's back to the gym. When I worked out, I was always angry. Heavy metal was always my choice of genre. I wanted to fight. I wanted to get bigger. I wanted to destroy how I felt inside. The image in the mirror won't taunt me anymore. I will keep fighting until I'm satisfied. I'm only 5 feet 6 inches, and I was reaching 215 pounds at 7% body fat. I was becoming a monster. After my workouts, the rage continued. I would jump in my car blaring my music looking for a challenge. Recklessly weaving in and out of lanes, sometimes reaching over 100 miles per hour. Now, before I continue, you must know the next segment may be a sensitive topic to some viewers. So if you are offended by a big muscle guy dressing in women's clothes behind closed doors, just plug your ears. Thanks. Once the adrenaline wore off, I would usually make something to eat and jump on the internet. I stumbled across this dating site that was pretty new, so I decided to build a profile. I wasn't looking for love, but my bleeding heart never rules it out. After a couple of days, I got several matches. Half of them lived halfway across the country. This one profile caught my eye and I decided to say hello. I was taking a chance because she strictly didn't want anyone older. She agreed to a first date. We were only 6 years apart in age. She only put that on her profile to keep the creepy old guys away. So I hit the gym that following Saturday, then showered up and got ready for my date. My mom let me borrow her Jeep. It was way nicer than my car. She only lived 20 minutes from our house, so I messaged her that I was on my way. We had video chatted a few times. I was really nervous to meet her. When I arrived, I honked my horn to let her know I was there. The sun was just setting, casting a beautiful glow between the houses and trees. As she walked down, it was like time slowed, her blonde hair flowing in the wind, her hazel eyes mesmerized me. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little. I was young, lonely, and horny. It's never a good combo. When she got in the car, she just started talking about her neighborhood. It was nice to hear about where she grew up and went to school. I took her to a local diner that served pie. I figured if the date didn't go well, I can at least enjoy some turtle pie. We were led to a booth and were given menus. After about an hour and our food was eaten, I asked her if she wanted to drive around and talk. During our conversation, I brought up my past and my affliction for wearing feminine clothes. She asked if I went out in public like that, and at that time it only occurred behind my bedroom door. She said she didn't have a problem with it and that she found it kinda kinky, even though it was never a kink to me. We drove up on a park that was open late, so we found a well-lit spot and a picnic table to talk. We got out of the car to sit at the table and talked more about each other's lives and past relationships. 6 months has passed and we are still together. I wasn't expecting to find a relationship so soon. Before we knew it, we were living together and renting our first place. It was a nice 2-story townhome about a block away from some busy railroad tracks, so rent was cheap. I spent the entire spring and summer working late just to furnish and maintain our newly found love nest. At night we would get a laugh out of some of the trains passing. It made our entire house shake, so when you sat in bed it was like one of those cheap quarter rides. The season started to change and get cooler, and things couldn't be better. She was adjusting to suburban life, and I was paving a way for our future. Then one afternoon, she came home feeling sick. Of course, I'm sure the Boston cream donut and Dr. Pepper she had for lunch while she was out with her parents didn't help. She went to go lay down in bed, but that was probably a mistake. A few minutes later you can hear a train horn in the distance. I could already feel the ground shaking. This was a heavy one. Just then she called out to me, "Grab a bucket." I grabbed a bucket from the laundry room and ran upstairs, but it was too late. She suddenly turned into a possessed woman and started spewing vomit everywhere. I told her to get to the sink. I really shouldn't have, but yep, that was a mistake on my part. The seasons change again, and we are spending our first Christmas together. We decorated the entire house and put lights in every window. As a child and even as an adult, it was always my favorite time of year. When I was younger, I only cared about the presents. Now I just want to spend time with my family. Something still wasn't right with my girlfriend though. She kept getting nauseous, and she would disappear to the bathroom randomly. I sat her down and asked her if she was pregnant. She didn't know, so we went and bought a box of cheap tests from the store. She took both tests. One of them came back negative, and the other came back inconclusive. A sigh of relief slipped from her lips. Granted, she was still young, but at that moment I was hoping for a positive result. It's Valentine's Day. I made sure to get my girlfriend some beautiful tiger lilies, and I found this cute stuffed monkey in a toy aisle. I set them both along with a touching card on the table and left for work. I received a call about an hour later telling me how much she loved me. I had made dinner plans for us, but first we had to make a quick stop at my mom's. She always gave us kids a box of chocolates and a cute card even though we were all grown up. When we got there, my girlfriend whispers to me that she's going to take another test. I was a bit taken back by it, but okay, I guess. She told me it might be a gastrointestinal thing since it runs in her family, but now she drops this bomb on Valentine's Day. When she came out of the bathroom, she had a mild look of shock on her face. At that moment, I almost saw a little regret in her eyes, and I knew what she was going to say. "I'm pregnant." My mom was absolutely elated by the news. I walked up to my girlfriend, held her close and thought to myself, "You're going to be a dad. This has got to be the puzzle piece I was missing. Now I have everything I need."